Biya was a young boy who lived in a small village nestled among the mountains. He had bright eyes and a smile that could light up a room. His best friend was Chuboo, a playful panda with soft black and white fur. Chuboo lived on the edge of the village near the bamboo forest. Biya and Chuboo were inseparable. They spent their days exploring the forest, playing games and sometimes playing harmless pranks on the villagers. Biya and Chuboo were known for their mischief. They would often tie the shoelaces of unsuspecting villagers together. Sometimes they would replace the village elder's walking stick with a bamboo shoot. The villagers would often shake their heads and chuckle at the duo's antics. Though their pranks were a little annoying, everyone knew that Biya and Chuboo had good hearts. Biya and Chuboo never meant any harm. They just loved to laugh and spread a little joy, even if it was through their mischievous ways. Their laughter echoed through the village, bringing a smile to even the grumpiest faces. One day, a fierce storm swept through the village. The wind howled like a hungry wolf and rain lashed against the houses. The villagers huddled inside, seeking shelter from the raging storm. The storm raged throughout the night, shaking the very foundations of the village. When the storm finally subsided, the villagers emerged from their homes to assess the damage. The villagers gasped in shock at the sight before them. A giant tree from the forest had fallen, blocking the main road leading in and out of the village. This road was important. It was the only way for the villagers to get to the market to sell their goods and buy supplies. The villagers were dismayed. How were they going to get past the enormous tree? Biya and Chuboo arrived at the blocked road and were also taken aback by the sight. The fallen tree seemed enormous, an impossible obstacle. But Biya, always the optimist, placed his hands on his hips and surveyed the scene. An idea sparked in his eyes. He whispered his plan to Chuboo, who nodded eagerly, his black eyes shining with excitement. "We need everyone's help," Biya declared, explaining his idea to the villagers. The villagers listened attentively. It was a simple plan, but it required everyone's effort. The villagers, touched by Biya and Chuboo's initiative, readily agreed to help. They brought ropes, axes, and saws. Together, they worked tirelessly, their combined effort echoing Biya's instructions. The villagers, inspired by Biya and Chuboo's leadership, worked together to move the massive tree. Hours later, after much pushing, pulling and chopping, the path was finally clear. The villagers cheered, relieved and grateful. They patted Biya and Chuboo on the head, their faces full of appreciation. The village elder smiled warmly at the duo. "Biya, Chuboo, you may be mischievous, but you have kind hearts. You saved the day." From that day on, Biya and Chuboo continued their playful pranks. However, their mischief always had a helpful twist. They would secretly fix a leaky roof while switching the hats of two chatting villagers. They would water the farmer's crops after playfully scaring him with a grasshopper. Biya and Chuboo, the mischievous duo, became the village's little heroes, spreading laughter and kindness wherever they went.